What's going on, Team World Ventures, Team Aon, my comrades, my brother in arms, my sister in arms. How y'all doing? It's your boy, Jay Aon, marketing director with the idea. Been involved for over 5 years. It's about to be 6. Been on over 50 trips in the last 5.5 years and counting, and got a few planned out, before the year is over. And also was able to build this thing part-time. I was working 2 jobs, and now I'm financially free. I make a residual income that covers all my expenses, so I no longer have to work for an income. But a lot of people ask me, it's like, Jay, how did you get there? What did you do? What are some of the steps? And, what's the magic sauce or whatever? What's the secret? There is no secret to this thing. One of the things that I really stress on the most is probably a training event. I remember when I got started, September 20th, I joined. I showed 10 people my first time, and they all laughed. They all joked at me. They all made fun of it, and I told them, listen, I'm in. I already invested my money, and I'm serious about this. I'm going to take some trips and have some fun. I was a little intimidated for the business because I really wasn't a really outspoken person, but of course the business intrigued me. So I remember asking my friend Jay, and I'm like, damn, all my friends said no. My first 10 said no in the beginning. And he said, listen, if you want to really have success here and you really want to take this thing big, you have to come to the training event. So I signed up that Thursday, and 2 days later, it was a Saturday, September 22nd, there was a RTE, a regional training in New York City. And he said, listen, if you really want to succeed with this business, you have to come to this training event. And I'm a man of my word. I told him, listen, you know what? I'll go. And unfortunately that day, because I used to be a club promoter, so that night I got home late, at 4 or 5 in the morning. The training was at 9. And he's like, listen, get there bright and early. It's going to be packed. And, unfortunately, I woke up late. But I remember waking up and I debating, should I go? Should I not go? And I remember my wife telling me, listen, you invested already. Why not go? You told him you was going to go. You already put some money into this thing. Go learn. So I called him and I asked him, is it too late to come to the training event? And he said, nah, you still got time. So I ended up getting there around lunch break. And I sat down and I texted him. I said, listen, I'm here. He said, okay, cool. Find a seat in the back, since you got here so late. So I went to the back and I sat down next to a complete stranger. And I remember just paying attention, looking at the information. And people started walking stage, getting recognized for their success and, that they're having with the business and, with the travel. And I remember seeing about 20-something people walk that stage, and there was young kids, 22 years old, that barely spoke English, that was had broken down Spanish. And they were like, listen, I've been on over, 15 to 18 trips. I'm earning residual income and I have a BMW because of this. I'm like, what? At the time, I'm 31 years old. I think I'm living the life, working 2 jobs, thinking I'm successful. And here I see kids, young kids walking stage, having success. And I'm like, this guy barely knows English. And he's doing this. If he can do it, I definitely can do it. And I remember coming out of that training event, and the first call I called was my wife, and I told her, listen, babe, I'm taking this shit serious. This thing was, I was just so excited. She said, hold on, slow down. What the heck is going on? I said, listen, you don't know what I just saw. This thing is crazy. There's a lot of people winning with this. I'm going to blow this thing up. There was about 500 people in the room, and I remember I was like, listen, I'm going to blow this thing up. Let's call the credit repair because I'm pulling out a BMW in a few months. I promise you. She said, yeah, right, you bugging. So I said, listen, I got to make some phone calls. I called those same 10 people that I first showed. The first one was Marco Aon, my brother. And I remember calling him. I said, yo, bro, listen, this is it. I just came from an event. I'm taking this thing serious, brother. It's either you coming with me or I'm going to leave your ass behind. Excuse my French, but that's just how passionate I was. And he's seen the excitement. He's seen the passion. He's seen that I wasn't bullshit. I wasn't playing with this. And when I first showed him, I was like, hey, I'm joining this travel club. You should check it out. But when I went to that training event, I came back on fire. Something lit inside of me that really just changed the whole game for me. If it wasn't for that training, I promise you, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I encourage you to get your family, your friends, your team, your prospects, anyone that's involved, anyone that's not involved, anyone that's on the fence of joining, get them to this training event. I promise you, this thing is going to spark you and it's going to spark those around you. I force people to the training event. Ask Johnny, ask Marco, ask Carlos, ask Lito, ask Robin, ask anybody, ask Jose, what we would do to help anybody to get to a training event because we understand the power and what this can do and change your life. I promise you, You do not want to miss this training that's coming June 9th. This is a RTEs, the first one we had in New York City in over a year. The energy is going to be through the roof. The speakers that are going to be speaking, IMD, Roscoe Taylor from Chicago, a kid from the streets, built this business in 5 years, hit IMD, you know, multiple six-figure earner. He's going to be pouring out his heart from you. We have another guy named Rudy coming from Dallas, more of a corporate guy, corporate background, you know, was struggling financially, ended up hitting bankruptcy, and ended up building this business, and now he's financially free because of this idea. I promise you guys, you do not want to miss it. And we got some of our best walking stage. We got my brother Carlos Deschamps walking stage for senior rep. My man Jose, he's very close to walking senior rep. You better get your butt there. Want to see you on that stage, my brother. Listen, guys, I promise you, you don't want to miss it. And I want to hear from some of you guys that have been to training and how important this thing has been for you. You know, if you guys can send a video testimony or even write it in the chat, you know, anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. I know I went a little bit over, but I want to hear your guys' testimony on how important the training was for you, why you're still involved with this, why you're going to the training event, because we need people to understand the importance of this training event. The trainings build character, they build the skills, they build the ambition, they light the fire, and it also gives you faith. Faith that you can do this, faith that you can build this, all right? Then you're going to be walking the stage and you're going to be getting some plaques like this from World Ventures of Walking Director. Another plaque for Walking Marketing Director. I promise you guys, you are not going to succeed if you don't come to the training events. I promise you guys, you are not going to regret if you do come to the training events. Life can be completely different. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York from humble beginnings. Now I live in Tampa, Florida, giving my kids the life that I always dreamed of having growing up. And now I'm able to provide that for my family. And I just want to provide that for you guys and your families and help you guys and your families out. And I want to see you guys walk that stage. I want to see you guys take some trips. I want to see you guys save some money. I can't wait to see you guys. And you know what? You know what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this training that's coming out. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm so excited to see people walk that stage. I'm so excited for what's going to happen that I'm going to book my flight right now. And I'm going to fly to New York City because I want to see my guys walk that stage. I'm excited. I see you guys in New York City. I'll be out there. Let's set up some travel parties. Let's get things rolling. Let's set up a team night. Let's make it happen, guys. See you guys in New York City. Let's get it.